Hello everyone, Glenda Mollet here, and I'm in my craft room stamping with you today to do another one of the March 2021 club cards. We're going to do this one. It's a bit of a fun fold, so it looks really pretty on the outside, but the wow is on the inside. Isn't that fun? Look at that. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so we'll get started. First of all, the card bases are a different color, because the ones we're doing are Rococo Rose, and this one I believe was Blushing Bride. But that's okay. I mean, because I used different color of foil, and we're going to use the Rococo Rose foil today. So that's what our card's going to end up. It's like really pretty. Okay, so we have Love You Always foil in Rococo Rose, 5 1/4 by 4. We have a piece of fine art floral designer paper, 1 1/2 by 5 1/4. That's going to go on there. And then a piece of Blushing Bride metallic ribbon, 6 1/2 inches. That's going to wrap around that. That's all going to go onto the card base. Then we have, these are inside pieces. Let me get the inside pieces out of the way. Oh, I've already stamped this. Oh well, stamp it again. A piece of Whisper White that is 2 1/4 by 3 1/2 for the oval. A piece of Whisper White that is 2 1/2 by 5 1/4 to stamp the flower and the stem. Then a 5 1/4 by 4 inch piece for the inside. This is the inside mechanism, and then we have some pieces for the inside. This one, I added a stem in there, and I'm hoping for the ones I mailed out that I did this, but I can't remember. So there's a piece for the stem. Then we have a flower piece that's going to have the flower on it, and then the sentiment piece that we're going to put a sentiment on. 2 pieces of fine art floral designer paper, 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 that we're going to cut diagonally, and a piece of fine art floral foil that's 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. Okay, so that's all the pieces. So let's first, I've already stamped this, but I will stamp it again because, so let me get my other kit out here. There we are. Because those of you that have the kit at home, you haven't stamped yours yet. Okay, and one for the stem, and then I already die cut the oval, and that's the inside piece. Okay, so let's start first of all, Blushing Bride and the bouquet. So we're going to stamp this twice, one in Old Olive and one in Blushing Bride. So there's the Blushing Bride one. And then on the inside, we're also going to stamp on one of these pieces, the one that says F. Going to stamp like this, sort of, because it goes in like that, so you need to stamp one on the one that says F as in flower, and then on the one that says S as in sentiment, you're going to stamp other things. Okay, so I've got the Blushing Bride one. Now I'm going to clean my stamp and get out the Old Olive, and we're going to stamp it again in Old Olive. Like that. And then on the piece that says stem, we're going to stamp the stem. Oops, that was an avalanche. There we go. Okay, get my dirty paper out here. That's done. Well, this is the inside piece and Blushing Bride. And I'm going to stamp, where's my stamp? This stamp image, bottom two corners. Oh, apparently I need to re-ink my stamp pad. There we go. So those are stamped. So this is the same stamp that gets stamped on this one, like that and like that. So I'll just do it. In opposite corners like that. Now I'm going to get Rococo Rose and the center piece and do all of the centers. So there's that's for the sentiment, and this one also do the center pieces. And this one and that one for the inside piece, and on the pink one there we go. Oh, we didn't do the envelope. Oh shoot. Okay, let me find the envelope. We'll do it at the same time. Okay, I'm just cleaning my stamp here because I had used Old Olive on it. So this is the bouquet one again. Close that one. Get out Rococo Rose. And I'll just do this flower centers again. There we are. Okay, I think that's all the stamping. Oh, except for this. Now you can use whatever. This stamp comes from Happy Thoughts, but you could use whatever you wanted. I'm going to see if I can stamp it on this oval that's already die cut. See if it worked. Yay, it worked. Close enough anyhow. Okay, let's do some putting together. Oh, let's do some die cutting first. Might as well get that out of the way. All right. So this needs to be die cut with that. And we need to cut both of these out. So we're going to layer the pink one on top of the green one. So I don't really care what's going on down here. I just want to make sure I get the flowers in the right spot. That. And then this. Get my Post-it notes here to hold them in place. And I'll just run that through the machine. done. Oops. Uh-oh. Pick that up before I lose it. And then we're going to cut this one. Run that through. All right, got my butt back on my chair. All right, now this one didn't cut perfectly. Oh well. Now you just kind of cut off the stems like that. And this is going to layer onto there. I'll just add a bit of Tombow around the outside of the flower images. And then I'm going to sit that off to the side to dry while we do other stuff. Put that over there. Okay, we'll put these two to the side. So we have those two, and we have these two, and we have that. So the front, we're going to attach the designer paper to the foil for the front. And I put it up a little ways. First of all, you have to decide which way you want it. And then line this up. And I'm going up about 1/4 inch. Come on, don't do this. Ah, I love this stuff, but holy macaroni. It is sticky. There we are. Oh good, I did cut this a little bit long. I'm just going to trim off the excess. Okay, so there's the front, like that. Now we're going to wrap the ribbon around. And when I do that, I prefer to use my tear and tape rather than the Stampin' Seal, because I find the Stampin' Seal, when I go over top of the ribbon, it tends to move the ribbon a little bit. So I've gone back to using my tear and tape. Now if you use the Stampin' Seal Plus, it probably wouldn't do that. Okay, so I'm just going to attach that right up towards the top. I'm covering up more of the foil than I am the designer paper. And you want to make sure that it's even. And it's not. There we go. Perfect. Now I'll get my tear and tape again. Go right over top of that so it holds it in place. Okay, I need to take off the liner. And put Stampin' Seal around the rest of it, if I can get it to start. There we go. Sometimes it just needs a little bit of persuasion. Okay, I didn't get any in this corner, so I'm just going to put some in there. Alright, so now that goes onto your card base, making sure that it opens the right way. onto there like that. Okay, now need the green one, and need to get back that pink one that I put the glue on, and we're going to lay. Now I'm using glue because it's movable for a little bit, so I can kind of move it around if you don't let it dry too much. There we are. So that's going to go there, and then this leaf, I'm going to cut off this stem. And it's going to go under, down there like that, and then we'll put this on top of it. Now, I put dimensionals on the flowers, but I'm going to glue that down flat. There we are, and come on, fingers aren't working right today. Dimensionals on the leaves. Okay. Now, at my mat, then I drop it. At my mat so I can get some adhesive on the bottom here without having it everywhere. Love my mat. The silicone mat from our catalog. The glue doesn't stick to it. Okay. So now this is going to go kind of like that. And I haven't taken the things off of my dimensionals yet. This is going to slide underneath here like that, and then that's going to go on there like that. So now I'll just reach underneath here, take the liners off the dimensionals, and I did it this way so that if I have to move it, then I don't have to pull all those dimensionals off of the foil, because it gets difficult when you try to do that. Okay. Get rid of those. Now this is going to go over here like that, but I'm not going to put dimensionals there. I'm just going to put them from here to there-ish. Yep. Okay. Got some big ones here. We'll use those. And I'm going to put it on there and make sure just before I add it. Okay. Now you can put a little bit of adhesive here if you want, so that it holds on up there, but it's not really necessary. Okay, take the liners off. And there we go. Should have done this part before. I forgot. I went over top of the whole thing with Winky. Just because I can. And when you get a spectacularly blingy card like this one is, then it just cries out for some bling on the flowers. Just the flowers, I didn't do the leaves. There we go. Okay, so that's the front done. Now we can work on the inside. So you have this piece, and it's scored at 2.5 and 2.5. So I've already folded one because it wouldn't fit in the envelope. And then fold it the other way and burnish it. And then fold on the diagonal. Okay. So the diagonals go in and the other ones go out. So it goes the opposite way. Hopefully I got that right. Okay, so when we go to put it into inside, it's going to fold up like that. So I gave you 2 pieces of designer paper that are 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. So we have to cut those diagonally. Let's get my paper trimmer here. And I'm going to hold them together and line them up on your paper trimmer and right there like that. Make sure you get the points right in the trough there. And hold that down. Just cut them. There we go. So now we have 4 pieces. Oh, I like how you can push those in and it stays open. Okay, so before I did that though, I should have put my adhesive on, but that's okay. Shh, don't tell anybody. So if you put it back together like this and put your adhesive on when it's in a square, then you can get right into those corners that are diagonally cut. Come on. It's just a little bit easier to put. Except now it's sticking, of course. Let go. It's just easy to get the adhesive in the corners. Okay, make sure. So now I'm going to put one piece there. I don't even know if this is the matching one. Let's find out. Nope. Okay, so I'll put it over here. Just because I like matchy-matchy. You don't have to be OCD like me. Okay, we'll do that all again. Turn. And one last side, and then we're good to go. Okay, let's pull those apart. Now, let's see which belongs to which one. That does not belong to that one. That belongs to that one. Okay. And there we go. Now, let's get glue off of my hand. So that's those 2 pieces. Now, this one with the flowers on it, we're going to put that one on. Come on. With this stuff, I find myself pushing down hard, and the harder you push, the more it doesn't like it. Okay, so that one goes up here in this corner. like that. Now we have, I forgot to get my happy birthday out. I used happy birthday from the same Happy Thought stamp set. So just let me get a block for it. And the Memento ink. And we'll stamp the happy birthday. And remember, it's going to be going diagonally in your card, so stamp your sentiment diagonally. There we are. Gentle, gentle. Okay, so that gets layered onto, there it is, this piece of foil. And then the foil and that get put right onto the last spot on the inside. Attached right there. All right, now before we put that in, we have to put the inside piece in. So I have that one that I stamped. It's going to go on there first. Just put my adhesive all the way around and put that in. Oops, let's not have it upside down. Okay, now this needs adhesive here and here. And I'm going to use tear and tape because then I can use the rabbit ear method and have it attached when I want it attached, not when it decides to be attached. So need adhesive on that side and adhesive on this side. Like that. Okay. Do the rabbit ear thing for one side. Now, which side is that? Okay, that's the sentiment, that's the downside. So then you just lay this, you kind of have to center it. So it's going to go there, and if you open it up, then you can kind of tell when it's centered by how much is hanging over each side. Get it all lined up. Fold it back up. And you want to line up that point just above where that score line is there. And then just close your card. And lift it up and pull the rabbit ears. There we are, so we got that on. And I'm going to, I don't have to worry about the rabbit ears because it's not going to move because it's already stuck down. So let's take the liners off and then you just close your card. And there you go. There's the card with the pop-up on the inside. It's called pop-out card. There we are. So there's another card for the March 2021 club cards. using the Floral art, the art gallery bundle. So it's a stamp set and the dies, and then the Happy Thoughts stamp set is the other one that I used for the sentiments. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoy this card. Stamp and smiles, and bye for now.